said we just played too slow. So we made the mistake here last time when we were here. Played too slow, over manipulating things. We just got to play. Waited too long, got stuck on the clock, and took some tough shots. And when we did get some open looks, didn't go in.
Bench play, 13 shots just weren't going in for these guys?
Shots weren't going in. They didn't rebound. They were not very good tonight at all. The bench, I don't think it was just a matter of shot making. I think there were layups missed and rebounds missed and a lot of other things. I don't think our bench came ready to play very well tonight, other than Torian and Josh probably were the best.
Did you feel that Memphis did something different in the way that they were guarding Ant in the first half versus the second half?
Not really. Ant didn't. He was super aggressive, played off the catch, and everything was very definitive in the first half. In the second half, he did a lot of ball holding, and then they would come over and they'd tilt the floor. But that was not because I didn't think they did a whole lot different. I think he just held more.
Offensive rebounding hasn't been a problem, or giving up offensive rebounds hasn't been a problem for you guys lately. Was tonight more about the way they were hitting the glass than something? You guys maybe falling into old ways and not getting bodies on guys, or where was that? Where did that go wrong?
Well, I think a couple things. One is they go to the glass very well. From all positions on the floor. We don't have the best habits on our perimeters and our smalls. Got to do a better job of boxing out. We talked about that. Some of the switching left us a little smaller at the rim. Some of it was just undisciplined double shot contests. A guy would go to the rim, we would have it challenged. Someone would come over top for a phantom block that we don't get. Now that leaves you exposed on the glass. Just undisciplined plays like that, really. This was a little bit of a rewind of the last time we were here. They beat us down the stretch with a lot of tough rebounds and made all the winning plays, and we didn't.
Yeah, the one guy out transitioning into you, and they had 22 fast break points.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a concern over the next couple of days here for you guys?
Well, we've struggled in transition at times throughout the year. We've struggled in rebounding at times throughout the year. These are things that we have to dial in on.
All right, we'll go to the Zoom court. Go ahead.
Hey, Coach. We'll start with questions from Katie. Katie, go ahead.
Thank you. Hey, Coach. After last game in New Orleans, you're saying the start was flat, the first half especially. You come into tonight, get an early lead, an 8-point lead in the first few minutes, and really have a strong first half. Is there a secret formula to that, or is it just simply a hunger that your players have to really respond?
Well, I thought we would start well, play well tonight. For the most part, I thought we did a lot of really good things. Our bench was not there, and so our start was cannibalized by our bench play tonight.
John, go ahead.
Hey, Chris, are these the generating the open shots, Malik or Jade or whoever it is from the bench and not hitting those? Are those just the ones that are especially deflating when you have good offense, get into them, and then you just can't knock those down?
Yeah, I think so, John. These guys got to start making some shots. At the end of the day, that's what it comes down to. If you're a 3-point shooter and you get open looks, you got to make them. If you're if you get layups at the rim and you're missing them, you got to make them. It's very, very hard to generate good looks. We do a pretty good job of it, I think. We just didn't capitalize, and we haven't been.
One thing with Carl, he's been called a lot this year for kind of kicking that leg out on the shot from three. Do you see anything there? Or, are there some tough calls that way, or is he doing something that can be cleaned up a little bit that way?
Yeah, he leads the league in offensive fouls, John. It's something that we've discussed with him, and it's something that he's got to try to clean up. Yeah, so it's been a discuss. Got to break some old habits, but I feel for him sometimes. He plays 40 minutes tonight and goes to the free throw line one time, and Jaren Jackson goes 10 times, and I didn't see a lot of differentiation between the two types of drives, to be quite fair. So.
Jace, go ahead.
transition defense disappointing tonight, considering that's kind of what got you beat last game?
Yeah, I mean, I think there are a lot of, we weren't great in transition. There were moments for sure we didn't get back. They do a really good job. I think they lead the league in fast break points. So yeah.
That's what it feels like with this team right now. Just sometimes like just maybe the little things away from really breaking through and going on like a nice run and putting these consistent performances together. It really just comes down to like those little things here and there.
Yeah, you must have been in the locker room. It's exactly what I said to our guys. When you first start to play golf, it's a lot. It's pretty easy to shave points off your handicap in a hurry. But when you want to go from a 6 to a 7, or a 7 to a 6 rather, it's pretty hard to do. And it's all about the attention to details. It's all about the small things. It's all about the winning plays, and that's where it starts. And that's what you got to be better at. And that's what you're going to be in close games, and that's going to win you games. And that's right now not what we're doing.